can turn the world on with a smile. You can take a nothing day and suddenly make it all seem worthwhile. Well, it's your girl and you should know it. With each glance and every little movement you show it. Love is all around, don't need to fake it. You can never down, why don't you take it? You're gonna make it after all.
Hi everybody, this isn't the regular weekly update that I do. This is a special show to share some bad news. On Friday, Marc received a letter from the Canadian consulate in Atlanta. I suppose it had been sent to him in Georgia, but was forwarded to Oklahoma. It was notifying him that the Canadian government was informed by the U.S. government that his application for transfer had been rejected. So the Department of Justice in the United States has refused Marc's application to come home and serve his sentence in Canada. This was quite a shock. All of our campaigning has been to get Marc home, to get political pressure to have him transferred so he could serve his sentence here in Canada. And he did meet all of the criteria set out. He was first-time non-violent offender. It would be better for him to be near his family in Canada. And every step along the way, when we looked at the criteria for transfer, Marc did qualify. He also had unprecedented political support from over 23 elected and previously elected representatives of government, every level of government in Canada. A senator, members of parliament, members of legislatures, mayors, city councillors, and even U.S. representatives as well. But that was all ignored, and the Department of Justice refused his transfer application on the grounds of the seriousness of the offense and law enforcement concerns. Now, I suppose that they mean the law enforcement concerns are the DEA concerns. They certainly don't want Marc getting back to Canada soon after his sentencing in the United States. So they were probably adding some pressure to have Marc kept down there as a symbol of punishment that they would give out to people who dare try and end prohibition. Or the Canadian government probably had a lot of involvement as well. They certainly don't care for Marc. The Conservative government under Prime Minister Harper would like to see me and everyone Marc knows in prison just for our beliefs. So Harper, I think, gave them a little bit of a push, saying that they wouldn't bring him back anyway. And you know, it's pretty sad to think that Marc, as a first-time non-violent offender in the U.S. prison system, as a political prisoner who hurt nobody but helped millions with the money that he raised and gave away, that he's going to have to suffer this punishment. The U.S. DEA, when Marc was arrested, said that the Attorney General had named Marc as the only most wanted drug trafficking target in Canada. And that press release is available to see all over our websites and at freemarc.ca. But it just goes to show you that they really do consider him a big threat, even though he's not a dangerous person. So he'll just have to suffer his prison sentence down in the United States. He can apply for transfer again in 2 more years, but with good behavior, he should be getting out in 3 years. Right now, his projected release date is in July 2014. And that's with 85% of his sentence completed. If he loses his good time credit that the prison system can easily take away, he'll serve his full 100% sentence, which would get him out around March 2015. These years are so far away, so the gravity of it is very hard to accept. It's very upsetting, but Marc and I are just going to do what we did before. The game plan is to just get through it, do whatever it takes to survive, keep fighting, keep staying strong and helping as many other people as we can, and make sure that people get out and vote on the May 2nd election and punish the Conservatives for sending Marc away. That's one of the most important things you can do in the next few weeks. Get involved in the federal election in Canada, support a candidate who can defeat a Conservative candidate and prevent Harper from getting a majority government. This election is the most pivotal one we have had in Canada. Marc is not here to vote in this election because of the Conservatives. So if you were thinking of staying home, please go out and vote in his place, because he's not here to do it because of this government. On 4/20, which is coming up Wednesday on April 20th, I'll be at the Vancouver Art Gallery letting people know about what's happened to Marc and reminding them to get out and vote to protect themselves, their friends, their loved ones, and their fellow Canadians. And in America, we encourage you to please keep doing the good work that you're doing. It's almost the way that this story has to unfold is for Marc to have sent all those seeds and sent all that money into the United States to help everybody get legalization discussed and happening medically and with decrim and all the things that are happening in the US. Marc really helped lay a lot of that groundwork and helped fund a lot of what has happened in the United States. So keep carrying that torch, keep working hard to end prohibition so that by the time Marc comes home, we won't have a drug war anymore and we'll all be free. So get out and vote on May 2nd, defeat it conservative, stay tuned at freemarc.ca, and please write Marc a letter, because from this point on, the campaign is to keep Marc's spirits up and to get him home safe, healthy, and happy. Free Marc.